Here we are at Hanel. I've got Felix with me. Felix, thanks for having us, man.
It's my pleasure.
Absolutely. All right, so we're walking by, we saw this thing. We're like, okay, what is this thing? Because last year we were out here and we saw some new products. You guys got some awesome weapon systems. It's a German company that doesn't exist in the United States. So everything you see here at Hanel, you won't see it in the United States, SHOT Show or anything like that. So anyways, last year was really cool, awesome stuff.
Yeah.
And this year, you got this new product. Tell us about it.
Exactly. So our jam right now is basically precision semi-autos and bolt-action rifles, and the goal was to blend those two categories. We got a new product, the CR308 HMR, Hanel Marksman Rifle, and it's basically a new category for our CR308. CR308 is just a traditional AR-10 system, normal charging handle, piston-driven, all components manufactured in Germany, including the barrel, and the HMR is the second version of it. So the main difference is basically that we just tailored the weapon towards bridging the gap between a classical DMR and a bolt-action sniper rifle, so it can basically do best of both worlds. And we accomplished that by relocating basically the charging handle, changing the stock, the trigger, and therefore you can really good use it in different situations like more offensive, covert, and for the recreational shooting, also for precise prone shooting without taking your eye off the glass basically.
Yeah, the side charging is absolutely fantastic, and we see more and more people are doing that. Tell us about the side charging idea.
Yeah.
When did you guys think about it? Because I know this has been in development for quite some time.
Exactly.
When did it all start?
So honestly, it started with the first CR308 we ever built. You can really see that in some details on the upper receiver. There are some protrusions in the forging parts, and we always got asked about that. What is that for? And we just said, well, it's for reinforcement and for the machine to take the forged part to mill over it, and it's not. It's always meant to be the fixation, the fixed point for the side charging mechanics. And finally, we decided to publish it since we're pretty satisfied with this product. And yeah.
So how long ago was that? So the original CR308?
It has to be 5 to 6 years.
All right, so you guys heard it. About 5 or 6 years ago, Hanel actually was working on this side charging platform, on this weapon platform that we have over here, which is, I think, pretty much before some people that I know.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know.
But okay, so question for you, and you kind of answered it, but I'm going to ask anyway, just in case some people are wondering. You decided to obviously go with the side charging because it's very important for a shooter to not get his or her eyes off the glass and still charge the gun.
Exactly.
And why didn't you just still include the traditional charging handle?
2 reasons. If you like, 3 reasons. If you like the traditional charging handle, there is the normal CR308 for that, which is running very well. And second one, weight reduction. Having 2 different kinds of charging mechanics in there is also additional weight and additional failure points. The system gets more complex. The more complex a system is, the easier it is prone to failure.
Exactly.
So we just decided go one route or another, not both.
Yeah.
And the next nice advantage is by closing this gap, you also got less gas in your face, which would run through the charging handle if you run a suppressor. And since this weapon was tailored towards the specific of some of our customers on the professional side, they will use it with a suppressor. A lot of shooters we know and our customers in the civilian market will use suppressors, so that was important for us to really close that and mitigate it as good as possible.
Yeah, anybody who hasn't shot, has shot, suppressed, who has should know, who hasn't should know right here that when you shoot suppressed, guys, it's like really, depending on the charging handle you have there, but still you get so much gas back to your face, you can't breathe. You're sucking that thing in. Your eyes are getting all watery. So this is a really good solution and weight saving point of failure elimination. That's really cool. And the operation of this gun is, what is it? Is that a long stroke, short stroke?
It's a short stroke gas piston system. It comes in its standard configuration with a two setting gas block for normal and suppressed. It's completely toolless disassembly, so you can, without any tools, take off the handguard. It's just two levers you have to rotate out, pull the handguard out. Every CR in our CR family is able to do that. It's important for us, so we can maintain the weapon easily, clean it out, change parts on the fly if necessary. So that's a pretty neat thing, and also new serial production. Just to get 100% on the rating, we also have, of course, the M-Lock handguard there. Yeah. We started out with key mode, but of course M-Lock gets more and more popular.
M-Lock,
it's basically the standard right now.
Yeah, M-Lock is a king. Yep. It just is. Sorry, quad rail folks. All right. So, what I want to ask about this is a fantastic weapon system. Obviously, you guys are killing it out there. You don't exist in the United States, so we won't probably see it. Any plan to be in the United States?
That's not my business to decide, but it's definitely an option to look at. But in the near future, maybe.
Yeah, because folks in the US would love this weapon platform. Another question, any military or police contract in Germany or elsewhere?
With the normal CR308, yes. With the HMR, since it's brand new, no.
All right, and I have another question here for you, and this is the most important question. And it has nothing to do with this gun. How do we get in touch with this guy? Because we would love to work with this guy at Classic. Who is he?
Don't know who that is.
Yeah. Really, you don't?
No. Seems like a psychopath.
Oh, wait. That's you. That is you.
Unfortunately, it is.
Oh my God, the Photoshop, the AI, the editing. Man, they made you look so much better.
Yes, I hope so.
That's awesome, dude. Dude, you're amazing, and I know you got some bolt action guns.
Yes.
You want to show us that? Because you guys do make some really good bolt action guns. Let's check it out.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I thought the bolt actions were over there, but looks like it's right here.
Exactly.
Yeah, right by your pretty face over there.
Yes.
Okay.
Because that's a new product, so it got its own display, so to say.
Yeah, but the photographer messed up though, because if you look at it, the focus is on the wrong area. They screwed up. They must be a very new photographer. The focus should have been on your face, not the gun.
Now, that's the only reason, because that I look good in the picture.
That's a good joke. Okay.
If they changed the focus, you couldn't use it.
I mean, I agree with that. Just kidding. Okay, so brand new bolt gun again.
Exactly.
Unveiled here at IWA 2024, and does not exist in the United States because you guys don't exist in the United States.
True.
For now.
Yeah.
For now. With that being said, you're on deck. Tell us.
Yeah. So since also in Europe PRS long range shooting is picking up, we also made our mind up and searched for a solution to offer to our customers to deliver a German PRS system or long range system, and the result was basically simple but very well functioning bolt action sniper rifle, or just bolt action rifle, for the more budget market, for the beginner who just wanted to start in long range or PRS and wants to buy one rifle that just a solid platform, does everything he needs, nothing he don't. And so what the result was achieved after approximately 1.5 years of development. I was part in the development and testing of this chassis system, and I think it turned out beautifully. And
I look at the gun. Number one, what catches my eye is the color. Yes. You guys, is that a proprietary color?
No,
your own color.
It is the color. It will be in serial production.
But your own Hanel's color, all right?
Yeah, it's anodized FDE. So as you know, in the business, whatever comes out of that anodizing bath, it's always looking
different.
Yes, 50 shades of FDE.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So the color is absolutely fantastic. I love this thing, and what I like is just this slimmed out this area right here. Yep. It just looks. Again, I'm pretty new to this whole bolt gun. I'm not going to pretend to be like, oh, I'm just this long-range shooter. I'm not. Yep. So when I look at it as a person who loves guns, this looks really sexy right here. And I see that you guys got a pretty robust bolt system right here, and this little thumb rest. Tell us about this, and can we actuate it a little bit for the camera?
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
So maybe just start from the back, going to the front.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yep. So first of all, we missed that out on the semi-auto.
Okay.
We got a totally new buttstock. On the semi-auto, we can do it because of the side charging. On the LR1, that's how the weapon is called, we have to do it because it's a long-range gun, so you want to have a comfortable stock on there. We got a toolless adjustable cheek piece, and also pretty new, it's AR pattern, but you can also adjust the height of your shoulder piece. That's really neat if you shoot from prone positions. So you can really adjust the stock on the fly for winter jackets in the summer, from different positions, angled shooting positions. So there's something for everybody.
That is perfect, and you can adjust the length as well,
Yes,
right?
of course. The standard AR-15 buffer tube on there. You can even change the stock to something you really like.
Very well.
Yep.
That's awesome. All right.
So further in front, of course, AR-15 pistol grip, and we also included. We decided that basically yesterday. We had some talks with our customers, and then we said, okay, let's rewind some things I said on the N4 stack, for example. We will include the thumb rest and serial production. It was meant to be an accessory part, but
Oh, you will. It'll be. So it was an accessory part.
It
Now
was
it's going
an
to be part of
accessory part last couple of days, and now we decided to do it in serial production. It will be always with the rifle, and you can mount a thumb rest in 3 different positions on either side.
Yeah.
You can turn it. It's one side is curved, the other is hollow. Whatever your hand shape you have, you can just customize it to fit your hand for that. For PRS shooting or long-range shooting, having a comfortable hand position and relaxed hand position is important. So it will be with the weapon.
Yeah, that's really cool. And as I said, I don't know much about the whole long-range shooting, but most recently we did bolt gun series on our channel, which was a lot of fun. And I ended up shooting this really high-end bolt gun, and he didn't have it.
Yep.
And Ryan shot another bolt gun, which was less expensive than mine. Ryan's had it, and when I tried that, dude, it made perfect sense to have your thumb rest.
Yep.
It was just much more stable. I pressed that trigger a lot better. That's what it felt like.
Yep,
So,
exactly.
yeah, great addition, man. Awesome.
Same idea. That was the same idea we had.
Yeah.
So we tested both on different systems, and it was just the next step, the one step more we wanted to go to be better than, for example, others.
Gotcha. That's awesome. All right, let's talk about the bolt itself
Yeah.
and the safety and all that.
So it's a standard bolt action system, no straight pull, and it features a 60-degree throw, a massive bolt, as you see here,
Yeah.
and a 3-position firing pin safety. That's rather uncommon with
it
systems in that price class also. And the nice thing is the firing pin safety is probably the safest safety you can put into a bolt action rifle, because it disconnects the firing pin from the trigger. So even if your trigger fails completely, the rifle will not fire.
Gotcha.
So 3-position, what does that mean? You got, first of all, starting on the last position, you got a lock for the bolt, so you cannot open it. For example, if you use it for hunting, or you want to transport a rifle on an empty chamber, for example, on a competition, you can close it, you can lock it, it won't accidentally open.
Gotcha.
That's a pretty neat feature. Of course, second position is for loading. The trigger is still dead, the firing pin is still disconnected, and of course, last position is red is dead, firing. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's really cool. It's like something we don't really see in the United States. We just get those 2 position, fire or safe. That's all we see for the trigger. Now, I tried this trigger just before off camera.
Yeah.
It's an incredible trigger. What is that thing?
It's simple. The mechanics are extremely simple. It comes from the hunting market, so this weapon really combines 3 fields of science in our company. The one is hunting, one is the long-range bolt action rifles, the other one is a semi-auto. We all combine that into one rifle, and this trigger comes from the hunting market. It's not adjustable, it's fixed with 900 grams. I think that's almost 2 lips. Pounds, yeah.
It is extremely light.
Yeah.
Like, it is so good. Again,
It's single stage,
Yeah.
so no take up there. Just
Nothing.
crisp, breaks like glass.
Yeah, it breaks like exactly. It doesn't. I don't even know why. Again, not an expert, but I don't even know why anybody would adjust this thing. It was just like you put your finger on there, little pressure, bang.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Exactly.
Okay.
And since it's a rifle for the beginner market,
Yeah.
it's totally fine. It's a good trigger. It's not too light. It's not too heavy. It's single stage. You really learn how to use and press the trigger correctly. And if you continue on your endeavor to be a good rifleman, you maybe also change the system. You can go over to an HLR, for example, which is adjustable. Has some more features on there. But for the start, this, for example, is pretty decent platform, especially for the price.
Yeah, that's what I was going to get to.
Yes.
What's the price?
2.5 thousand euros.
So,
Two and a half
2,500 euros would be, I don't know, probably just under $3,000.
A little bit under, yes, probably.
Yeah. Okay, so you got the rail system here, M-LOK,
Yeah.
and what is this little indentation right here?
Yes, it's not just there for the looks. So
Looks good.
It does, but it also serves a purpose, and therefore it's even better. The interface or the profile on the bottom of the cutout basically runs out to be an ARCA profile. So if you want to shoot from a tripod, you can just mount it here. It's fixed in the chassis, cannot go anywhere. And the nice thing is, it's right in front of the magazine well, so it's perfectly
balanced too, which is very important, which I learned recently.
Yep.
Wow, so you've got this thing. This is a complete functional part where you just put it on a tripod. It locks in real good.
Exactly.
And now I see like little little area right here. I'm trying to show it to the camera.
So
like that. What is that?
It's basically just integrated barricade stop. So if you have a hasty position, shooting of barricades in a match or something, you can just push the weapon in there and use it as a mounting point for shooting. So it's just integrated it's a part of the mounting for the handguard. Handguard, of course, completely M-LOK. You could also use the bottom portion of this handguard with ARCA rails, running your bipod on ARCA, for example. Yeah.
Wow, that is fantastic. And the caliber-wise, this is chambered in what?
Now it's chambered in 308. For the future, we will see what other calibers we can do. For example, 6.5, 223. We will see that.
Gotcha. Perfect, guys. Definitely check out Hanel, a German company. I know they don't exist in the United States. I said this a few times. Hopefully, they do make their way up that way.
I've made my notes.
Yes, there you go. Check them out. Fantastic weapon system. Awesome company. German engineering. Man, you guys are awesome. Thanks, Felix. Appreciate you, man. Yeah.
Hey.
What's up, man?
Hey, nice seeing you
How you
again.
doing, brother? Kaya, finally officially meet you.
Yeah, officially, yeah.
All right, here we are at Creapeyron, and I've got Jan with us. Jan, thanks for having us. Appreciate
nice
you.
to meet you.
Very
Yeah.
nice to meet you, man. All right, so you've got a gun with soul. This gentleman over there told me this gun has a soul.
Yeah.
It's something very different. But before I talk about the gun, I want to know about Creapeyron, the company. Tell us about the company, please.
I'm Ali Sag and I'm the founder of this company called Creapeyron, and we are introducing you brand new project and the product called Elysian. All this idea came up 8 years ago when I was thinking about what my first gun should be and how it should look like. So I took the gun I really liked, and it was the CZ. I don't want to say a specific like a type, but it was a CZ gun. But I still wanted to improve it somehow because I like the concept of the Browning system and the check approach. So I told myself I will take something was already proved by the time and it's reliable, and I will move it to another level. Okay. So and from this idea came the product Elysian.
Okay, so the company itself is making guns, or this is the first product that you guys have made, like first gun, or have you guys made guns before?
Yeah, basically this is the first gun we are producing to the market, and it's the result of 8 years of work. Okay.
I see. Okay,
Yeah.
so it's a new company, and
New company.
you've been working on this specific project for 8 years.
Yes, basically we are startup right now,
Okay.
and this is our 4th day when we are promoting our product in here. Okay.
Gotcha. Perfect.
Yeah.
All right, so you came up with this brand, or this model, and it looks really cool. It looks very different, unorthodox when it comes to compared to other pistols out
Yeah.
there. So tell us about what makes this different than other pistols, and obviously in the meantime the specs.
The main reason how it's looking so different is because the gun and the name is coming from the Greek mythology, okay, which is the Greeks were the basement for the European engineering and the all knowledge everything. So we took this mythology and imprinted the idea into this gun. So whole gun, the main reason why it's looking so different is because the gun is designed into the golden sections, right? Because the Greek were the first people who were using were using the golden sections for designing the things in the art and the architecture. So we wanted to imprint this approach also to this gun, enhancing our classical Czech design.
Wow. That is actually pretty good. You know, everybody loves a good story, man. Like you've got that Greek mythology, Greek gods. Greeks were obviously incredible when it comes to architectures and engineering. And you kind of follow suit with that inspiration, let's just say, and came out with this. And you got these little cool, you know, patterns over here, even on the, oh, wow, even down here. Okay.
Everywhere.
Really cool. So, okay, the gun itself, obviously, it looks way different, man. It just does.
Yeah.
How does it operate? Tell us about the operation.
So basically, the gun itself, as I already told, is based on our standard approach, which is the Browning tilting system.
Okay.
But we decided to improve the system to the maximum, which means we wanted to increase the accuracy by using our solution for the triangular self-locking barrel,
Okay.
which ensures that you will always hit the target the same way like the cycle before, okay, because you are looking in between two surfaces, not into the circles, okay. So this is the most innovative thing on the Browning system which we developed.
Okay, so normally on a barrel locking system, that locking lug, I guess we would call, it just kind of locks in at the very bottom of the barrel, right? This one is a triangle, so the entire half part of the barrel just locks in, so it's super stable.
Exactly.
Pretty cool, okay.
Then we enhance this concept by many interesting features, like magnetic trigger regulator, which is also a cool solution. You know, there is just the two positions of the magnetic pin, whereby position of this pin you can control the travel of the trigger reset. So you don't need any screws, nothing. Just put the pin in the correct place.
Okay, so you've got this pin, the magnetic pin up top, that makes the gun basically go off
just
right
like
here.
2.5 millimeter is your reset.
Okay, if you remove it,
then you will get like 3.5 millimeter reset.
Okay.
And if you put it in the second position, you will lock the gun completely.
So it won't even fire. So it's a great safety feature. So you just put the pin down there when you're not using the gun. You're like storing it somewhere at home in your nightstand, and you're safe in case somebody gets a hold of it. When they press trigger, nothing will happen.
Exactly,
right?
This is how it works.
Very good. And you got this external safety on top of that. Wow, that is pretty cool. Okay. What else?
What else we got? Another thing was that we didn't like the standard approach or the classical approach of all the guns when they are using these screws everywhere, you know. So we came up with the idea of magnetic grips, where you just by pushing the grips out to the back, you will take the grips out from this crazy machine. Yeah.
That's it. And this is pretty sturdy. It won't come off.
No problem with it because the recoil itself is coming against the locking, so you can be sure that the grips are locked always correctly.
So yeah, you're right. The recoil is coming this way. So you're basically pressure counter pressure the entire time. Okay. That is super cool.
Then
good to go.
We were facing to the question of the size itself. Okay. We know that it's just a matter of needs of each shooter, what everyone prefers. So we try to develop the special fixed platform, which is fixed to the frame. So in case you have some expensive red dot sight, I don't mean this one.
Okay.
So you can basically shoot without the
red dot moving. It just stays stable the entire time. Yeah.
Which is also good for your accuracy and for the speed of the shooting, right? And if you don't like this system, fixed platform, you still you can always use the red dot optics ready platform on the slide.
Yeah, it's cut for a red dot, obviously, so you can just put it on the slide the traditional way if you wanted to. What's the footprint? I know you got the whole sign. What is that? 507K?
Basically, right now we have here a footprint RMR on the platform and RMR C.
Okay.
The small one. Yeah.
Okay, so RMRC is the footprint platform. So I want to know about this part, because when I look at this gun, the first thing that catches my eye is this side.
Yeah.
Why is it so big here? I know it's part
It's
of
quite easy to explain, because as we said, the Elysian is something from the mythology which coming from the gods, and the gods are controlled by the golden sections, okay? So the guns, this gun is exactly designed in the golden section, which means that proportion of this dimension compared to this one is exactly in the golden section, 1.61 ratio. So for this reason, we got here such a big mass of material where we placed extra material here to get a better control of the action. Plus, we placed the recoil spring rod exactly in the golden ratio of the golden ratio.
Okay.
Okay. So the spring rod is exactly in the position where it's aligning exactly with the beaver tail, and so you will get a perfect balance between the recoil and the feeling in your hands. Okay.
So basically, you designed this part. It's robust over here, thick.
Yeah.
So it's a very well balanced gun. You wanted to balance this gun perfectly. That's why you did that way.
And what's more about it? Basically, we also got some space in here, so we could have put there like a cooling and self-cleaning system in case you are using the ported barrel.
Okay. All right. So lastly, this is a silver, and you were talking about titanium grips. These are titanium?
Titanium grips.
Okay, and silver gun, it's something very different. You said this is what, the premium model? What was this thing? This was something,
Basically,
this is the upgraded premium or something.
Yeah, this is the first starting edition which we promoted on the market, and it's called Genesis Edition.
Genesis Edition.
Genesis Edition, and it comes with the titanium grips with special titans coating, and the main thing is that there is only 7 pieces which will ever be produced, sealed by the special signature of the edition. Okay. And the price of this edition is 10,000 euro, but you will get also together with it like a custom-made holster with a perfect hinge, and also the second part, because the Elysian itself is not only the gun, it's also it's whole set. Yeah, it's
full package.
Full package, and the second part of the gun of this sole is the packaging of it. Yeah.
Okay, so tell us about this package, because this looks like really, the gun looks very futuristic, and this thing looks all futuristic too.
Yeah.
This is the case for the gun.
Yeah.
Okay.
So all of this for this price is coming with a fully machined case, where you can control it by the fingerprint or with your app. It's up to you. And basically you can use it like a treasure back at home to be sure that your children will not go in.
Yeah.
If you want just, let's say, one gun in your life,
yep.
this will be. So we are sure it's always in the safe. Inside we have there a lot of special features like magnetic holders. There is embedded space for the GPS tracker, AirTag. Okay, so you are sure that your case is on the correct place. And then we also have here like a magwell and special tool.
To go and do any
by
maintenance,
using this
right?
tool, you can dismantle hold the gun without any other additional hammer or tooling.
All right, so speaking of dismantling the gun, can we see inside the gun?
Why not?
All right. Yeah. I'd love to see inside this gun for sure. And guys, by the way, this is 1 of 7 produced. It's right here, 1 of 7. The number 1 is right here. It's never going to leave the factory. Yeah. It's factory's property. So that means there's 6 left. Wrong. They're not left. They're all sold out. So you're not going to be able to get this. It's just a cool factor. If you want it, let us know in the comment section. If you want them to produce more of them that you want to get, obviously, clearly a very collector's edition, something different. So 6 was here, but were here, and no more. Yeah. And then we've got, which we're going to get to, there's like another version that's 5,000 euros he was talking about, and that is like 99 of them are available. But let me see inside this gun real quick, please. All right, so this is the one of 99. So one is going to be with you. That means there's 98 left. I can't do math.
Exactly. Like we know that the 7 pieces is not enough on the
Yes.
beginning, so we are bringing another edition where is only 99 pieces available. And the main difference compared to the 7 edition version is just that there is no titanium, there is no 7 pieces, and also there was a special coating on the gun developed only for these 7 pieces, right? From the point of the techniques, it's completely the same, but there are not the features like a special coating or titanium grips. But what you will get on this edition is the possibility of imprinting your own soul on the gun, which is the name. Whatever you want to, we can implement the name in here and also on the case.
And this is Creator?
This is Creator, which is me.
Okay, well, you are, exactly.
So it's my personal gun right now.
And I got last question for you, and then I'll shut it down. What did you have, what kind of a shooter or consumer did you have in mind when you decided to make these guns?
I made it for myself, okay? So I can tell you without any doubt that it's for the people who already have a wife, have a house, nice car, and children out of the house, and you don't know what else you can get. So then this is the exactly product for you.
Okay, gotcha. Thanks a lot, man. Really, Jan, fantastic product. It's so different because we see the same guns over and over. This is very different. And the company's out of Czech Republic, and you guys are obviously known to do some really cool stuff. So thanks a lot for your time, man. Appreciate you.
Me too.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. All right, here we are at Walther's booth at IWA 2024. We've got David, we've got Tom, and we've got Bernard. BK.
Kaya, good to see you.
Good to see you, sir. Okay, so we were just talking about some exciting stuff here. Walther's obviously got some awesome products that are new and maybe some exciting things coming out. And I want to know, what do you have that is new, and why did you guys design it, and for who? Because you guys are very well known for competition stuff, but I want to know some of this new stuff.
Right. First of all, let's make sure we are safe here. Okay. No magazine in. We're clear.
Clear? Yeah.
The first product is the PDP Professional, and the name says it all. The idea was to create a product, a setup that fulfills the highest expectations of the professionals. We discussed that in the office of my colleague, CEO of Walther Arms in the United States, Fort Smith, Arkansas, Rob McKenna. We said which products do we want to set up for the IOP program, and so giving the officers at hand, and then we said, hey, it's actually simple. What would we buy? First of all, we have the magwell. The magwell is extremely important to be able to maneuver the gun properly. It gives a good fundament for the pinky. It helps you really point your gun to where you're looking at. So that's a very important feature. I think it's often underrated. Very important feature. Next thing is, Walther is known for their superb triggers. We set the standard in the industry. I think I can proudly say this. And our dynamic performance trigger, flat-faced, is even a hair better than our standard trigger. Extremely crisp, extremely clean, and that's what you want to have and what you expect in a Walther Professional.
Yeah, and we at Classic, we always talk about Walther's triggers. And we truly believe this, and we have fired pretty much every pistol out there. There is no better striker fire trigger that we have felt other than Walther's trigger. Like seriously, incredible. This flat-faced dynamic, is that what dynamic trigger? Dynamic performance trigger?
Performance trigger,
yeah, I've never felt anything better. So calling everybody out, if you think something better, let me know in the comment section.
Thank you. You said that nicely. I need to remember this. I like it. I like what you said, and I don't disagree.
All right.
So number 3, red dot. You want to have a very good red dot sight. Obviously, there's different choices. We feel like the Aimpoint Acro P2 is a great choice, closed emitter. And what we did here, I hope you can see it, we mounted it directly. So there's no plate in between, and that has 2 advantages. First of all, I bring the red dot sight down pretty low, closer to the bore axis, and in addition to that, and that's the cool thing, we don't have to worry about co-witness. It's there per se, so we have a lower third co-witness per se, and that's really cool, and it looks sexy.
Oh yeah, and you don't have to have those super high suppressor height sights that kind of gets caught in the way sometimes. So that's perfect. So you guys designed this pistol pretty much for duty, for officers. And I know when I was talking to Walther guys in the United States, they were talking about some of the competition lineup. Oh, there's Taryn Butler right there. Taryn, come over here. Come here, man. Jump in the interview right here. There you go. Mr. Butler,
how are you?
How you doing? Have you met Bernard?
Good to see you. Bernard,
He's the CEO of
how are you?
Walther.
Good, how are you? Good to see you.
Do you like Walthers?
Yeah, they're great guns.
Yeah. Which one is your favorite?
I would be
The match one. The match
make
one.
a PDP.
Feel that trigger. Feel that trigger. Feels like a TTI trigger, right?
So light.
You like it?
I'm ruining your interview.
You want it heavier? You want it heavier? I'll show you in a minute.
I'm in the guns light.
Good. Hey, we'll talk later. That's Taryn Butler right there. He's comes in, talks, and leaves.
So cool.
Exactly. There it is. But love that guy. He's awesome. So yeah, what I was saying was, you guys. I was talking to Walther USA guys. They were talking about you're so successful in the competition era. Like, I mean, you've got all kinds of defensive pistols, but competition guns are so finely tuned. So they were like, hey, you know what? We need to give duty folks some of those advantages that competition guns have, but yet still make it duty worthy. And so you guys came up with this, which seems fantastic. Do you guys have any law enforcement adaptation in the United States with these guns yet? The new guns?
Well, we just won Pennsylvania State Police,
Okay.
which is really a great step forward for us. I think it's the 9th largest agency in the U.S. And they had the PDP as well as the PDP F series. So the F series that we do specifically for women, it's the first gun that was specifically designed for women. So it's not only a pistol that we painted pink, which we feel is an embarrassment to every lady out there. So we built that gun from scratch specifically for women. Shorter trigger reach, ergonomics perfectly realized for the female hand, and easier to rack slide.
Okay, so Pennsylvania, well, the female stuff is great, but the trooper part immediately caught my attention. So Pennsylvania State Police got the contract, which is great. So I'm going to go ahead and talk to Illinois State Police, my old agency. Hey, maybe check this out. Come on. Clucka, you know what I'm talking about? Moving on, and I want to ask you two guys, what's your favorite Walther, and what do you like the best about? Why do you like Walther so much? David.
Yeah, the trigger. Obviously, you mentioned it already. This is really especially for a striker fire pistol, because I like shooting the pistols that already have a kind of a practical use. So the overtuned sports guns, open division IPSC stuff is not so my thing. I want to have a gun that's usable. And here with Walther, we have the perfect hybrid gun, which I can use for practical use, for duty, and on the shooting range, and still hit something very good. And at the top of the food chain, we have the new steel frame version, which can be used in IPSC matches or whatever, and you have your top on the competition. So this I like very much.
So out of the box, obviously Q5 is an incredible gun, but you got the your duty gun. You're right, because a lot of competition guns are like so finely tuned. If you use a little bit different ammo, you're going to start having malfunctions, or if you just limp wrist it a little bit. So that's why you can't afford to have any of that stuff. That's only good at the matches. So what about you, Tom? What's your favorite
PDP
Walther?
I like most the full size with a 5-inch barrel. This is a gun I shoot for 3 years now. The greatest thing is I don't have to clean it. As this one gun, you can have 20,000 rounds and don't have to clean it. And it works and works and works.
So it'd be great for me. I'm one of those lazy guys who doesn't clean his guns, so perfect.
We all are lazy.
So guys, definitely check out also Tom and David. They're with Walther Training Center. You guys got Instagram or anything like that they can find you?
Yes.
Watch your stuff?
At first we have the Walther Training Center here in Germany. And on Instagram we are called greyground.de for Germany, so you can find us there.
All right, guys, greyground.de on Instagram, Walther Training Center. They're doing great job. I saw them shoot. They're very, very good. So definitely check them out. Guys, thanks a lot.
And they are really very important. to bring us to the next level. So it's this professional approach. We have great ground here in Germany. We do have a super team in the United States, also for female shooters, Tatjana Whitlock, Gabby Franco, you name them, and that is really cool. There's a lot of things coming together, and yeah, so we're on a good way, I would say.
That's great. Obviously, Walther is one of those brands that everybody knows, so there's a reason for that. So thanks a lot, David. Again, I'm going to shake your hand. Appreciate you.
No problem.
Tom, thank you, man. And Bernard.
Good to see
Thank
you.
you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank
Thanks
you.
a lot.
Guys, check out Walther. All right, here we are at Revo Arms from Italy, and we've got something very interesting for you guys. We were walking by here with Ryan, and I saw this gun. Actually, in fact, I saw the photo behind me. I was like, wait a minute, that thing looks bizarre, like so different. I gotta check this thing out. You know, sometimes things look good and then you grab them and they're like, not so good. And then came out here, checked this thing out right here, this IS-9 pistol from Revo Arms. Boy, was I impressed. Like, it looks good. I promise you, the feel, everything is much better than it looks, let's just say. So with that being said, here I am with the owner and the designer of IS-9, owner of Revo Arms, Simone. Simone. Is that what it is? Simone. Okay. Simone, thanks for having us over here.
Thank you to
And
you.
as I just said, I was just walking by. I was like, man, this is impressive. And chatted with you a little bit. After talking to you, it got a lot more interesting and more impressive. Go ahead and tell us about Revo Arms, and then tell me about this gun.
Okay, hi guy. Revo Arms is born 2 or 3 years ago because I'm an engineer that I make a lot of design for a very famous factory in Italy. And 3 years ago I have the idea to make a new company, Revo, because I want to introduce the revolution, new concept like very low bore axis and other things like the material of the frame, the type of the barrel and other things.
Okay.
ES9 is the first pistol that I project. I introduce all the idea that me and the shooter want.
Oh, okay, so did you have any firearms background to make a gun? Like, what made you want to make a gun?
I have this idea because
Okay.
if you look everything in these 50 years, the car, the automotive, everything is increased the performance. But I see the firearms is the same of 15 years ago.
Right.
So I want to introduce the new update.
That is, I mean, dude, anybody who knows me at Classic, I love innovation, man. When somebody makes something new, it catches my eyes.
First thing is to have the low barrel as possible.
Yes, I mean, and I could tell this. In fact, when I looked at this, I was like, this has to be, me and Ryan, like this has to be the lowest bore axis handgun out there. Then we
But-
talked about the Alien.
And now
Yes.
we have 11 millimeter from your hand
Yeah.
and the axis of the barrel. But respect Alien, I want to have the system that all the people want. Browning system modified.
That's right. Plus, and can afford.
Yes, so
They can also afford.
It's a normal Browning system modified.
Yes, yes. No, this is really, really good. And now what I want to know is I want the viewers to see the specs, because this is where it's really impressive, guys. You guys are going to love this. So go talk about the specs of this gun.
Okay, this one is a polymer because for me these polymer firearms permit to me to have very low prices respect to full metal, but to have the same characteristic of the full metal, I introduce a new material. This material,
That's the crazy part right here.
yes,
Okay.
you can hurt.
Guys, it sounds just
Like
like metal,
material.
like you're hitting aluminum or something.
Yes.
I really thought this was metal when he did that, and I was like, wait a minute, no, it's not. It's a polymer, but it's a completely new polymer. Is this patented, like this polymer?
Yes.
Okay.
They use this material in the aerospace.
Okay, so aerospace platform, and you were able to keep the price down this much with this material? Okay.
It's very high prices at kilo, every kilo.
Okay. Well, because at the end of this video, you guys are gonna know about the kind of ballpark price of this gun, and you're gonna be very impressed. That's why I'm saying, how do you use this technology yet keep the prices so low? But he did it. So let's continue.
Around 5,000 more respect the normal polymer. Polymer PA6 with 30% of fiberglass. This one is 5 times more, but 10 times stronger.
So this is 10 times stronger than regular polymer. Wow. Okay, really cool. And then moving on to other specs. And you got low bore axe, you got this trigger.
Yes.
Tell me why you designed some of this stuff the way you designed.
So, internal of the inside of this frame, there is this chassis that is full metal by casting. After that, I machine this one by CNC machine. So you have a very, very fine rail with very low tolerance respect the slide.
Okay, very good. So basically what we got over here is, guys, a full modular handgun. So this is the serialized part,
Yes.
and you can get additional bodies, I guess, receivers
After the
for the gun.
machine, you put the chassis into the slide and you fix with 2 springs.
And then that's
Sorry,
it.
2 pins.
2 pins, right. So you just basically put the chassis in here, a pin over here, guys, right here, and then a pin at the back. You're voila, good to go. So that is it. And this chassis is obviously a little prototype, unmachined piece, just to demonstrate. And okay, moving on.
This one, we have free safety, rear safety.
Okay.
It is very softly because some people don't love it, but it's very, very softly.
Yeah.
Trigger and the one inside the fire pins.
All right, so you got a firing pin safety, you got a trigger safety, and you've got rear grip safety.
Everything full automatic.
Okay.
So when you here is completely
Very, very good. And the weight of this gun. What does it weigh? It's
around 800 gram
800 grams. Whatever that is, we'll put that on the screen.
With the magazine.
Wait a minute. This magazine seems extremely familiar to me.
Yes, we use.
Is that what I'm thinking?
We use Glock magazine compatible.
Okay. So we got Glock mags, guys. That's what they're doing. You're using Glock mags
And I
to this
change
platform.
on the pad. I change
Yeah.
on the pad to have an ergonomic design
Yeah, you guys
and
go.
the grip.
Yeah, take a look at this, guys. It looks really good. And you have it reinforced with steel over here.
Yes.
And it is right here, guys. Reinforced with steel so you don't have any, it's not going to get chewed up, and good to go. Glock mags, and the capacity is 17 rounds. 17 plus 1. Do you share any other Glock parts here?
Yes, you use the side is Glock compatible,
Okay.
but originally we use metal. It's not polymer. Is metal side.
Okay, but you can. I can grab this gun and put my Glock sights on it.
Yes, yes you can.
Oh my God. This is,
Another things,
yeah.
we can put the macro dot directly on the slide.
Exactly. And what's the footprint? Is that RMSC shield?
Micro.
Okay. Micro footprint. Overall, fantastic. And one thing I want to show you guys is the trigger. Now, let me try to manipulate this. Here, I'm going to show them the trigger. So, all right, yeah. Trigger safety. So here's a little take up. That's it. Oh, see, it just went off. I didn't even mean to. It is such a soft, nice trigger for a stock gun. So again, I'm going to do this. So little take up. Right at 90, it kind of hits the wall. And then from there, that's it. I don't even think this is, got to be maximum 3 pounds.
The weight is under 1 kilo.
Under 1 kilo. Man, I'm going to Google this thing. Hold on. Cut. I'm going to Google this thing and I'll let you know how many pounds this is. All right, guys, I just Googled it and it is 2 pounds. This trigger is 2 pounds. Right here. Oh, there you go. It goes again. Can't even freaking do it. There you go. Right here. It goes again. And here's the reset. Reset is a little bit long, but again, I'm not a reset guy. For me, the press is what matters. I get off the reset every time I shoot. And everybody's different, of course. Here's the reset. Coming back. There you go. That's the reset. So I asked Simone about the adjustability of this trigger. He said you can actually adjust the length by maybe half a millimeter on the reset can make it shorter. You can also change the weight of the trigger, right? You can make it heavier or lighter.
Yes, because
How do you
for
do
some
that?
competition need 1.4 kilo, so we can put inside the trigger another spring for increase the weight of the trigger.
Gotcha. So you just add another spring and you 1.4 kilograms, it's going to bring you probably up to like 3 pounds. Still an incredible trigger. Again, okay, let me ask the price point. What's the price point of this gun? In
Around
Italy.
700 euro.
Okay, so I know you don't exist in the United States.
End user price.
End user price, $700. Your company doesn't exist in the United States. Hopefully it will. And we can't obviously predict a precise price point for the US marketplace. But if you had to guess, a guesstimate, if this gun were to be in the United States, how much would it be for an end user?
I hope under 700 USD.
I mean, think about this. Again, this is a ballpark. Don't hold them to it. You never know, right? You know, importer's going to take their cut if they use an import or whatever. Under 700, forget that. Like, just say 700 bucks. It's utterly impressive for what this gun offers. Granted, guys, we haven't fired it, of course. You got to shoot it. You got to see how reliable it is and all that stuff. But still, from what I see, all the specs, the way this gun looks, the way it feels, this is going to be my top 5. I already know this.
There is another thing that you don't know.
Yeah, go ahead.
I use a patented type of barrel that increases the 20% of the speed of the speed.
Speed of the recoil. I mean, recycle, like cycling the gun.
The speed of the ammunition.
Oh,
Normal speed is like Glock 340 meter
per
second.
Yeah, velocity.
Here 380.
Okay, the same ammunition.
Same ammunition, same length of the barrel.
Okay, what Simone is saying is same length of the barrel, same ammunition. He's got a patented design of his own barrel.
The rifling.
The rifling, which is it 1:16? I mean, the twist rate.
Yes. But it's not a normal rifling. It's multi-radial. You don't have the edge, so you don't have. To clean is very easy to clean.
Okay.
And you don't have damage at the edge.
I'm literally drooling over here. I'm just getting more excited because what I'm going to do is now I'm going to disassemble this thing and show you guys the inside of it. I want to see that rifling myself, but here it is. You got a patented design of barrel that gives you about 40 meters per second more velocity on ammunition. Man, okay, Simone, last thing. Can you go ahead and disassemble this? And I'm going to go ahead and give a disclaimer to anybody who's watching this on YouTube right now. We're going to have to blur this screen. You're not going to be able to see Simone disassembling, or we're going to cut it, blur or cut it. And you're going to have to go to Rumble to watch the entire disassembly because YouTube guidelines won't allow us to disassemble or reassemble guns. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and get this thing disassembled. Check it out on Rumble. Let's do this. Go ahead. Man, I'm drooling. I love this thing. Okay. Well, Simone, really appreciate you guys. Definitely check out Revo Arms, the owner, the designer of IS, everything.
Worker.
And the worker. Oh, there you go. He works, he makes everything. You know, he cleans the floor and then make a gun. that is awesome. IS-9. Man, I really want to see this gun in the United States. Bummer we can't have it there. I want to shoot this thing. I wish there was a range day or something or back here so I could shoot this thing. I'm super excited. Simone, thank you so much. You've done a great product and I can't wait to test it to see how it actually feels.
See you as soon as possible in USA.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
All right, here we are at Son of Gun with Bart. Bart, thanks for having us, man.
No problem.
Okay,
no problem.
so we were walking by, and I'd never heard of your company before. You guys are from Poland.
Yes.
And I saw these guns with Ryan. We're like, oh my God, they look different. So
Yeah.
let's take a look at it and talk to you a little bit. And boy, they are very interesting. So go ahead and tell us about your products, please.
Well, basically, we are a gun manufacturer from Poland. Yeah, this is the first time that we are at IWA because we're ramping up production. You know, like doing a little bit of project development over the years. We've been producing firearms for more than 4 years now. We started off with, doing all sorts of AR stuff. So we've got AR-15s, AR-9s, taking Glock mags, whatever capacity, whatever configuration you would have it, right? So we do DI systems, piston systems, all barrel lengths, anything that you want, right? Because it's like Lego. You just slap in the parts. It's an AR,
yes.
right? So after that, what we decided is to up it up a notch. Let's do something of our own. Let's do something that's going to be based around the concept of having something ultra light, but still on a system that's universally recognized and universally treated as battle tested. So we could either go AK or we could go AR, right? So we decided,
Good choice.
We decided to go AR, right? Because there's not really a lot you can actually do with an AK anymore, right?
Yeah.
So this is where we ended up first and foremost.
I do want to say, if Matt's watching this, Matt, you heard that, not from me, from Bart. So let's keep going.
I mean, like, and I'm a professional AK operator, so. All right. So we've got the first product that we brought to the market. We produced over 1,000 of these, right? This was intended as a law enforcement submachine gun that was ultra light, but obviously we do provide them for the civilian market as a PCC, as a pistol as well, right? So basically, the idea about this is to have something which is ultra light. We achieved this with having the whole lower receiver, which is injection molded polymer with carbon fiber reinforcement, right? This significantly takes down the overall weight of the gun while retaining the actual working spec of an AR. Internally, if you look at this side, you will find things that are very familiar. You open this bad boy up, it's internally you looking at an AR, right?
And this is a 9mm, so with the injection mold polymer, so assuming this would be just fine handling the 9mm.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's absolutely no problems. This is a direct blowback gun. It's a non-reciprocating charging handle that we move to the front, so you don't have that losing your chick weld whenever you want to rack it. Takes Glock mags, as we said, like industry standard by now. So you need to take Glock mags. An internal bolt hold open. Yeah. Okay. And then we've got the. People are going to ask, well, what's the possibility of going for upgrades, right? Obviously, this is a slightly changed AR system, so you cannot swap the bolt, you cannot swap the buffer system, right? And we're going to, we wanted to achieve something which is still going to be user-friendly for all you fanboys that like, like your Gucci triggers and stuff like that. Let me assure you that trigger packs, selector switches, pistol grips, and muzzle devices, they're 100% compliant with whatever is an AR standard, right? So you can just put in your Timney triggers or whatever, and this will run with this gun, right?
Yeah, that's fantastic. And you said, a lot of people are going to like that for sure, and you said there's an internal bolt open, right? I don't know how that works. You kind of did that very quick.
Basically, as you would have like a last round bolt hold open.
Yes. But without a mag.
Without a mag, you need a mag because it's an internal. It needs to be actuated. It is actuated by the actual mag.
So okay, to get it straight, you can't keep the bolt open without a mag.
On this particular model, no.
Okay.
But we decided to add a little bit of an option for people that want that capacity, and it's a slight change to the charging handle. So we've got this model, and it's pretty much the same gun. It's just a bolt-on extra feature, and now you have a charging handle that when you rack it back and pull it down, then it engages into a tiny little cutout that's in every single one of them, whether they have this charging handle or not. And now you have what is basically pretty much the same thing as the HK charging handle that all you fanboys really love. And of course you can do the HK slap on it as well, but in this case you don't slap it down, you slap it forward.
That is really cool, guys. So I'm going to kind of show this real quick. So I've never seen this before. I mean, it's obviously you got the MP5, right?
Yeah.
But you got the little charging handle right here. You pull it back and push it down. That's it, and then you...
And that's a manual bolt hold open,
Yeah, and you slap it upwards as opposed to slap it down. And all right.
Basically, when it comes to like user friendliness, obviously this weapon was designed as a law enforcement weapon first and foremost, right? So we decided to do a little bit of, getting things a little bit more friendly to our law enforcement guys. So we decided to go for a really minimalist buttstock for all the guys that are using body armor, like they do CQB, like 9mm doesn't give that much recoil anyway, so you can have this tiny little thing that doesn't get in your way when you're doing room clearing and stuff like that. But if your wife really wants to have that little bit of a butt pad on it, so you just grab one of these, slap this bad boy on there, and now you've got a full-on buttstock, and this is just an accessory that fits any one of our guns, right?
This is awesome. And these are your designs.
These are all our designs. They were all of these things have been designed in-house. Yeah, they've been tested in-house, and all of these parts are produced in-house.
Perfect. So, I mean, they're obviously fantastic platforms, weapon systems, and I know you got a couple of prototypes over there.
Yes.
You want to take a look at them?
Yes, of course. Based on the fact and on the experience we have with the 9mm, right, which we've already produced over 1,000 and supplied to law enforcement agencies and private owners in Poland, different barrel lengths. So people see here that is usually 6/8, but we can do them in 4 inches. We can do them 6, 8, 12, and 14.5. So we can have a full-length PCC. Then we decided to go, okay, let's step it up a notch again, and let's go rifle calibers, right?
Yes.
So what we've got here are 3 of our prototypes for the rifle caliber. This is the SOG LE model, right? Pun intended, obviously, this is going to be marketed to law enforcement first and foremost, but also to the general public. Basically, what we wanted to achieve with this weapon system is also to get a gun that is on a tested design, so internally again, as much from an AR as we can take, right? User-friendly, so interchangeable things from an AR, the ones that you would normally change. But we want to have this gun just on or slightly over 6 pounds overall weight with a 14.5-inch barrel, right?
All right, so that's very light. So what's the metallurgy then on this one? What kind of metal do you guys use?
Basically, the receivers are usually 61 T6 aluminum.
Okay.
Yeah. Coal hammer forged barrels that have been nitrided. We have our own proprietary piston system that we're working by. We can make them DI as well, right? Okay. This gun will be available in 3 calibers primarily. To begin with, we're looking at a 9mm gun. We're looking at a 5.56/223 gun, and we're looking 300 blackout, right? The way that you would change obviously 9mm and 223 300 blackout, they use different magazines. Yeah. So as you can see, the actual magwell is a bolted-on piece, right? So you have a separate magwell that is Stanag standard, and then you can swap to a Glock standard magwell, and then do your change of either grab a full upper that is 9mm or the other calibers, or you can just swap the barrel, swap the bolts, swap the buffer system, or you could still retain the Stanag magwell and just use a 9mm insert.
Oh, yeah? Adapters, okay.
Yeah, you can just use any aftermarket adapters, right?
That is...
the idea about this gun is to have a gun that's also user-friendly. So as you can see, we move the charging handle to the front, right? So the manual of arms is a little bit different than a normal AR. You do your exaggerated C-clamp, you're gonna hold the gun right here, and your actuation is gonna be like this. If you're short-handed, you can use this. This charging handle obviously is non-reciprocating, and it's a forward assist as well. So you can do it, if you're short-handed and you hold it like this, you can do this, right, for your immediate action drills. Obviously, all controls are from an AR, they're interchangeable with an AR, and at the moment you can see that these prototypes, they are full metal, full aluminum construction, but the end product that we should have on the market by the end of this year, the lower receiver, the magwell, and the buffer tube housing, which is like almost one part, is actually 2 parts. It's going to be like our SOG X model. It's going to be injection molded polymer, which will significantly cut the weight down. As I've said, we're looking at a gun that's going to be 6 pounds or slightly over with a 14-inch barrel. Yeah.
Perfect. So when do you project to get these things to a final?
Well, basically, we're still looking at around 3-4 months development. After that, we're going to get the injection mold done, because that's a major investment. And once the final testing on those is going to be completed, we should start full-on production with a capacity of about 1,500 guns a month.
Got you. And you, folks, this company does not exist in the United States. But any plans for these weapon systems for the company to?
Well, obviously, as I've said, we have a batch of dealers in Poland. We are basically providing all our products within Poland to law enforcement agencies and the civilian market so far. But now we're here on IWA, and we're looking for dealers worldwide, right? And we already had some interest from dealers from the U.S., from other countries around the world, and obviously this is something fresh, right? It's it's been a while since anybody has made something which is essentially an AR, but it's much more refined and fresh, right? So this has been designed by our own designer, and I think he did a tremendous job, making something which is a classic internally, benefiting from all the things that a classic provides you when it comes to reliability and stuff like that, ease of use, ease of operation, right? But still made it to look something very futuristic, very modern.
I agree. It's got a very different, unique look, and it sounds really good from everything you're telling me. Yeah. Another question for you is, I guess, two of them. One, MSRP, and number two, any military or law enforcement adaptation in Poland.
I can give you an exact MSRP on the 9mm version. The 9mm version retails for 750 euros per piece, which is which is a super price for Europe. Yeah, it's one of the cheapest submachine guns or PCCs out there, which are based around the AR system. For the LE model, there's still no exact number, but we aim to have it in the ballpark of 1,500 euro a piece for the civilian market with just one caliber. Yeah.
Okay, and any those are very good prices, of course.
Yes, of course.
Any military or law enforcement adaptation?
Basically, with what's happening in Ukraine, right? Yeah. That's a major, let's call it a sack without an end, right? That you can literally throw a lot of stuff in there. We're actually in the process of having the X model introduced within Ukraine. We'll see where that goes, but obviously with this being a very competitive gun when it comes to the price, we are pretty much sure that we're going to receive a lot of interest from other law enforcement agencies, because we are also a NATO registered vendor, so we have all the paperwork to ship anywhere around the world and supply directly to any NATO affiliated country.
Perfect. Well, Bart, this has been a pleasure. A lot of good stuff. I mean, looks like I have a feeling that you guys are going to do some good stuff. So I wish you guys best luck.
Thanks a lot.
And I'm sure I'll see you around.
Over.
Thank you, man.
Glad to have you.
All right, here we are at Ranger Arms, and I've got Mehmet over here with us. Mehmet, thanks for having us, man.
Welcome. Thank you.
Absolutely. So we were walking by and we saw these two PCCs. They look pretty cool. One of them's got the MP5 magazine. The other one's got the Glock magazine. Looks pretty cool. So go ahead and tell us about it, man. I really want to know these.
First of all, thank you for your visit. We manufacture since 2 years this old model. We have two type for magazine, Glock type and MP5 type. And this model from the aluminum RMG 9 simple blowback system with the you can choose your full auto or semi-auto. It's all optional. If you want, you can use on one gun all options, or semi or full auto, the same gun. Okay. And this model from 7075 aluminum, and barrel is steel, 4140 steel, and then you can use with the foldable stock. If you prefer, we can remove the stock from the gun. If you want, you can use like this.
So it's a 1930 Picatinny, so you can throw your own brace or your own stock on it.
Yes, yes. And then we have a military standard Picatinny rail, and you can use. And we have many important things. You can use ambidextrous with left-handed and right-handed, because cockle handle, very simple system. You can use. Wait a minute. You can use here and you can use here. And then you can see here very similar part. Here
so it's a AR compatible
Yes.
Like it's an AR platform gun, obviously, and the trigger I see is that an AR platform trigger? Like you can use any other AR trigger on there?
Yes, you can use for every trigger model, because it's compatible one. you can customizable for yourself.
Okay.
It will be right.
Okay, that's pretty good. And it comes with these mechanical sights?
Yes,
Does it come
yes,
with
yes.
these?
You can use.
Okay.
You can see here, and then you can use with the street with the suppressor or out of suppressor. It's optional every time.
So, yeah, you're talking about flash hider?
Yes, yes, flashlight. If you
Okay,
want.
and it is obviously Glock magazine here. We got the 1913 over here.
Yes.
So, availability wise, so these guns are currently, they're not in the United States.
Yes.
Not yet.
Yes. Yeah, not yet.
Not yet. Okay. Obviously, we cannot have fully automatic machine guns in the United States unless you're in the military or law enforcement.
Yes.
For civilian market, will there be just semi-automatic versions available?
Yes, it's available for civilization or military. You can choose, but if you want for civilization for semi-auto, we can do it. We can do it.
Okay, so you can't.
It's available. Yes.
Okay, just semi-automatic, no automatic.
Yes, only
Okay.
for just semi-auto. It's available.
Okay, and are you guys going to bring these guns to the United States, import them
Yes, we will. We will send in 3 months.
in about 3 months?
Yes, in
Oh,
3 months.
So you guys are going to apply for permissions
Yes,
in
yes.
about 3 months?
We need to process for permission.
Okay, and then it's going to come to the United States.
Yes.
Okay, and what? And I know you guys haven't started the process yet, so if you can't tell me the price, I understand. But can you give me a ballpark price? What is this going to be priced at in the United States?
I think
you think?
this price is will better for USA civilian market. I guess 450 like $450 for
Oh.
civilian market.
Okay.
Maximum 499 maximum.
Okay, so maximum 499 could be in the neighborhood of 450. That is actually pretty freaking good. And can I just manipulate it a little bit?
Yes.
Play with this? Okay. All right, so we're talking about, oh, that wasn't fully seated. So there you go. Okay. Nice job, man. Good job. All right. He just walked right in. All right, so this is actually pretty good. So you fold the stock over here.
With
Good
the
to go.
local system foldable.
Yep, it's locked right here. And you can just deploy this thing. So charging handle, the action is pretty good. It's a good old Glock mag.
Maximum magazine type is 30 rounds if you want.
Yep.
You can choose.
Okay.
It's available.
All right, so let me take a look at this real quick. So safety selector feels pretty good for the price point, I think. And charging handle, easily changeable. Pretty good. Huh. All right. Well, Mehmet, thanks a lot for your time, man. This looks pretty exciting for the price point, guys. So I'm excited to check this out, see how it shoots. So I guess we'll find out when this thing gets to the United States. Mehmet, thanks a lot for your time, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you
Yep.
for your visit again.
All right, here we are with Soren at Spur. 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 That's what you guys know. You guys probably don't know what we're talking about. But anyway, Spur, obviously known for their awesome mounts. And he's got something brand new here being unveiled at IWA 2024, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right.
So what we have here is our new RDF series. So RDF means red dot flip. So basically it's a red dot mount with a built-in magnifier yoke, so you can easily move the magnifier back and forth depending on whether or not you need it or not. And then if you don't need the magnifier at all, you have this little push button. You can see there's a red O-ring, and now I can just remove the magnifier from the red dot mount. Also on this we have an optional iron sight and a accessory rail, so if you want to put a laser or thermal in front of the sight,
You can see that?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. So let's try to show this iron sight. If you can see this through the camera, Ryan, there's a nice, what is that? Is that act as a rear sight?
Yeah,
That acts
so
as a rear
it's
sight.
a windage adjustable
Yeah.
rear sight.
All right, look, there's a freaking rear sight built in here. It's lining up with the front side post, and goodbye, right? Good to go. And so, the height of this, what is it?
This one is 2.25 inches, 57 millimeters. And we're also making a higher one that's going to be 2.93, so 74 millimeters.
Okay, so 2.2 and 2.9, those are the two options that's going to be.
Currently, yeah.
And what's the footprint on this one? There's aim point on here.
Aim point micro. We will look at doing it for other red dot as well. We're definitely doing it for other magnifiers, so people can kind of choose the magnifier that they want.
Gotcha.
So there's going to be multiple options there, yeah.
Okay, and this is a brand new product. You just
Brand new product, begun last year. There was a requirement out from a European government. They wanted a aim point mount, and they wanted to be able to use a magnifier. And then everything looked like existing products on the market until they specified the weight. Someone had a bad day and wrote 200 grams maximum weight. And that
200 grams.
That opened it up for us, so we got this. So yeah, 6.7 ounces, I think that is.
That is super, super light. And I just literally, I put it together myself.
Yep.
This is insane. Yep. This is really cool. And I love how slim profile that is, guys. Like if you look at it, let me push this one in. It's up here, you got obviously 2.2 here. A lot of people love this height. When you push it down, it is literally out of the way. It's not really like some of the ones that we have with the EOTech, right? That's really far out.
Yeah.
And it could get caught up on your gear, and it's just not maybe as practical. It works, but this is just super innovative, and it's just out of the way.
Yeah.
You just bring it up, there's very little travel, and obviously this is from Spur, so you guys are known to make some of the best mounts out there, so of course this is going to be another one.
Yeah.
And if you didn't want it, you don't need it for your mission, you want to save what you're going to get into a house, right? That's your mission only. Maybe you don't need it, you just press the button and take it out.
Yep.
Simple as that. Okay, so I want to know the metallurgy. Is this what kind of metallurgy is this?
So the mount body and the body of the magnifier yoke, that's 7075 T651 aluminum. Then we use a steel spigot and steel locking block. And for the cross bolt, this one features a steel cross bolt, but we will also make a more lightweight version that's aluminum, because as you probably felt, the spring tension from the detent is sufficient to hold hold everything in place. So basically this is just for protection. If you drop the rifle, that's when you want the cross bolt engaged. So that doesn't need to be super durable.
Gotcha.
Like it doesn't need to be steel. Aluminum will be sufficient.
Probably, exactly, and hold it in place and still save some weight.
Yep.
All right, so you said some military or government agency asked for this.
Yep.
Any adaptation?
Yeah, we like at this show we've had huge interest, so there will be like already we have had people ask us to do little variations of this. So,
other governments?
Yes.
Wow, this is really cool. And I guess another question, availability of this product. When is it going to be available for consumers in the United States?
Yeah, so right now our US distributor, Mile High Shooting Accessories, they are taking pre-orders for this. We're hoping to ship May, June. Right now all the production is going towards the government contract that we designed it for. So May, June is what we're hoping for deliveries in the US.
So first orders are going to be going to government agencies, and then civilians May or June.
Yeah.
And last question, one of the most important, at least for me, MSRP.
390 euros, about $390 as well.
In the United States. So we're looking at...
That's for the mount with the magnifier yoke, not with the rail or the optional rear sight, but the mount only with the magnifier yoke.
So this mount, the mount for the aim point, and then this little clamp thing for the magnifier, and this is for the aim point magnifier.
Any magnifier that has a 30mm ocular housing, it can be something else.
Got you.
Yeah.
This is fantastic. Soren, you've answered every questions I had. Thanks a lot for this.
Thank you.
It looks like an amazing product, and it's coming from Spur, guys. So now you guys gave us another option, because we've been very limited. And now Spur gave us this option. I look forward to checking this out and probably running it myself. So thanks a lot, man.